Hey, welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, so I was reading this biology crash course thing, right? And the very first line just hits you with glucose, so sugar, is turned into water, carbon dioxide, and ATP. I was like, wait, what? Explain that to me like I'm five.
Okay, so basically, your cells are breaking down sugar, glucose, into CO2, water, and energy that gets stored as ATP. That's cellular respiration.
But hold on. We only get glucose if we eat it, right? The text said humans are like heterotrophs? Confused.
Yeah, exactly. We eat food that has sugar in it, which breaks down into glucose. But plants, they're like, nah, I'll just make my own by staring at the sun. That's photosynthesis, man.
No way. So chlorophyll, that's the green stuff, it absorbs red and blue light and reflects the green?
Yes, so the plant soaks up that red and blue light, reflects the green. That's why they're green. And then that energy splits water and turns CO2 into glucose while releasing oxygen. Then boom, you've got glucose to do cellular respiration.
Okay, so ATP. The text said it's a nucleotide. Is that important?
Yeah, it matters. ATP has this nitrogenous base, a 5-carbon sugar, and phosphate groups stuck together. And the bonds between those phosphates store energy that powers everything your cells do.
Oh, and mutations. The text talks about this, right? Chromosome 21, an extra copy causes Down syndrome. That's a chromosomal mutation?
Yeah. So there's tiny mutations where one base changes, and then there's big ones. Duplications, deletions, whole chromosomes duplicating. Trisomy 21 is the classic. Extra copy of chromosome 21, that's Down syndrome.
But mutations can be good too, right? The text mentioned green grasshoppers not getting eaten as much.
Exactly. That's natural selection in action. A mutation that helps you survive spreads through the population. But then there's also genetic drift. Sometimes random luck just helps a species survive or colonize new places, even if the genes aren't perfect.
And antibiotic resistance. Bacteria mutate and medicine stops working. Literally happening right now, isn't it?
Yeah, the text warns about that. Bacteria evolve resistance to antibiotics. It's evolution happening in real time,
Okay, so diffusion and active transport. Diffusion just balances things out naturally, but active transport uses ATP to move stuff uphill against that gradient.
Right. Diffusion is just high concentration to low concentration. No energy needed. Active transport, you're using ATP to push molecules uphill against that gradient.
I love the don't drink too much salt water PSA, man. Osmosis will destroy you.
Yeah, the material is salt water pulls water out of your cells because there's more salt outside than inside. Simple, but it sticks with you.
All right, let's get into the nervous system stuff. So neurons conduct electricity along axons, and action potentials happen at the same strength every time. Isn't that oversimplified?
So the material is right about the all or nothing thing. Resting potential is negative 70 millivolts. Threshold is negative 55, and boom, you fire. But the speed thing? That actually varies depending on axon thickness and something called myelin sheath.
Right, the myelin. The charges jump across the gaps, saltatory conduction, and then synapses. The two cells don't actually touch, right? Neurotransmitters cross the gap.
Exactly. The first neuron releases neurotransmitters from these little button things. They bind to receptors on the next neuron, and boom, either it fires or it doesn't.
I'm literally threw an ad in the middle of a neuron lesson. Anyway, cell division. Mitosis versus meiosis, quick version?
Mitosis makes copies of your body cells, identical ones. Meiosis makes sex cells, and there's crossing over. So they're all different, and you end up with 4 unique cells instead of 2.
And the cell checkpoint, P53, all that. If cells ignore them, you get cancer, right? Frustrating.
Yeah, checkpoints either fix problems or the cell dies. If those systems break down, cells just keep dividing uncontrolled. That's cancer.
Gene expression, the whole transcription and translation thing, break that down quick.
So DNA gets transcribed into mRNA by this enzyme, then ribosomes read it, and tRNA brings amino acids, and you build a protein. It's like following a recipe.
Love it. All right, last genetics thing, alleles, dominant, recessive. The text used brown eyes and blue eyes and color blindness.
Right, so you get 2 alleles per gene, dominant one wins, and you can have 2 brown-eyed parents with a blue-eyed kid if they're both carrying the recessive gene. And for color blindness on the X chromosome, males only have one X, so they're way more likely to express it.
Okay, we covered cells, DNA, evolution, neurons, like everything. Any final mind-blowing thing from the material?
Don't drink salt water. That one's solid. But also, most of your DNA doesn't actually code for proteins. And if you stretched out all the DNA in one cell, it'd be like 2 meters long, just sitting there in your nucleus.
All right, let's sum it up in one sentence.
Okay, life is basically chemistry and information. Cells burn molecules for energy, DNA stores instructions for proteins, mutations drive evolution, and everything is coordinated by membranes and nervous systems.
Giggling. Perfect. Subscribe, study hard, and don't drink seawater. Thanks for breaking all that down, man.
Yeah, that was fun.